My name is Olaide Emmanuel, and I'll be taking us through the Sage EBS application, various interface and modules as it relates to vehicle operation. First, here we have is the home page. Upon clicking on this button here, it takes us to the various sections of the Sage EBS platform. What we have here on our screen is various functions that can be carried out using the Sage EBS application. So we will be clicking on manifest and cargo documentation. Immediately one clicks on the manifest and cargo documentation, it brings us to this interface. On this interface, we are going to click on manifest documentation. For manifest documentation, we then click on declare manifest bit. This is where we'll be declaring the manifest. From this section, we'll have select vessel name. I'll be clicking from a list of drop down that will be appearing. For this tutorial, for this video tutorial, we'll be using Silverray. Immediately we click on the vessel we are working with, it brings this interface, and with this interface we have to enter the details of the vehicle unit. For this tutorial, we'll be going with the number of cars, number of vans, number of trucks, number of trailers, and number of plants. For number of cars, we'll be using 6 as the number of cars. For number of vans, we'll be using 6 also. For number of trucks, we'll be going with 2. Number of plants will be 2. Then for trailer, we'll be going with 3. Then after inputting all these values, all these figures, we are going to check this box, which is check vehicle totals. After clicking this box, the Sage EBS application will do a total of every value that we've inputted, and with this we can then click on save and go to upload manifest. After clicking the save button, then it shows us this interface. With this interface, it will be asked to upload a draft of our manifest. From this, we'll be choosing how we want the manifest to be uploaded. We'll be going with import data. After clicking on import data, we'll be asked to declare the file type. The file type is CSV. Then where the file or where the data itself is located, is in the local drive. Are we pasting from the cloud? Are we taking from the desktop uploader? We are taking from the computer itself. So we'll be clicking local drive, which I've clicked here. Then we'll be asked to browse through where the file is saved on the computer itself. So by clicking on browse, you can see I pick the main data itself, the data information needed, and all I have to do is to click next button. After clicking the next button, it brings us to this interface. Now one thing I want us to note in this interface is we have to check all the headers and see that everything is clicked, like the vessel name, the voyage number, the port of discharge, the port of load. We make sure everything is clicked. Upon checking to see that everything is clicked, then we can now click on import data. Then this actually brings us to this pop-up. This pop-up tells us that this is the total record we have. The success count is 19, which is the summation of every value we actually imputed and the summation of every value that is inside the manifest itself. Another thing I want to bring to our notice is if the values we imputed and the values in the Excel or the manifest itself does not tally, does not match each other, this is where we are going to get a message that will tell us that the total record and the success count is failure. So we have to take note of this pop-up to know if the value we've inputted and the value from the Excel format is actually the same. Then we can then click on close. After we click the close button, it brings the summary of every detail or every data as contained in the manifest. As we have on our screen, is the manifest itself, every data that is in the manifest. And one thing I want to bring to our notice is the vehicle classification and vehicle CBM. As we have been told that the classification of each vehicle is done or is assumed by various values being imputed in CBM. So with the values in the CBM, the Sage EBS application has automatically classified each and every vehicle with the values in the CBM. Another thing I want to bring to our notice is the subcargo. As we have here, the chassis, which signifies we have different chassis here, which is being differentiated with the hash sign or hash symbol, which means there is another vehicle on this vehicle. This simply means we have two vehicles on this same vehicle. And the Sage EBS application also aligns with every other information as regards the subcargo, whether it is empty, whether it has a load on it or not. So after this result has been displayed, the next thing is to click on manifest documentation. Then we go to manifest validation. Immediately we click manifest validation, it brings this page. This page actually tells us to select manifested vessel name, and there is also a box here, a box which we can tick, which will bring us readme, that is various details as it relates to manifest validation. So we'll be clicking on the drop down. This is the name and the voyage number of the vessel we are working with. With this, we then select manifest to link up. We click this checkbox, and as we have here a pop-up message which says manifest validation has been successful. It gives us the detail of every unit in the manifest. Here we have 19 unit cargo in manifest, and tells us that the manifest validation has been successful. We click on OK, and it actually brings us every detail of the inputs, of our inputs, and also every input in the manifest itself. As we have here, we have the number of cars, 6 and 6, declared and manifested. Declared is the one we input, and manifested is the details in the manifest itself. We have 6 and 6. Another thing I want to bring our attention to is number of plants and shagged, which I imputed 3, and according to the information we have in the manifest, it is actually 2. And the one good thing about the Sage EBS application is that it automatically detects these errors and it makes correction as it is needed. And also, as we have in this section, we have the details of vehicles with surcharge. The details, as we can see, is 14. We have the one with one surcharge to be 4. The one with no surcharge at all is 14. The one with, and we have details of one with 3 surcharge, which is 1 value. Then after all this value has been shown to us, we can then click OK. Then we click save. As soon as we click OK, the Sage EBS application itself brings these details for us to see, which is validation status, successful, the vessel name, the voyage number, and the cargo type. Every detail as it relates to what we are working with is actually being printed on the screen for us to see. Then we can now click on save manifest. After manifest validation has been done successfully, the next step is for us to add and update manifest. But before we continue with add and update manifest, the Sage EBS application itself will send a code. Will send a code to any authorized email that is supposed to receive this code. The authorized email can be the head of department, as it may be. Here is a sample of the validation summary. As we can see in this section, is actually the manifest management code, which will be needed for that vessel in future Sage EBS. So this should be kept, and like I said earlier on, this is a management code that will be sent to any authorized personnel in the department, maybe the head of the department. So immediately we click add and update manifest. It brings us to this interface where we'll be asked to select vessel and voyage. Immediately we select the vessel and voyage, we have a checkbox here which will tell us to read more. But one of the things I want us to note is that the Sage EBS will check for a series of activities on the selected manifest. That is the manifest, that is the vessel and voyage number that we'll be selecting here. And those activities include as cargo transfer request occurred on that manifest, as BL or telex update occurred, as any shipping line invoice been issued on the manifest. So all we just have to do is to check manifest status. We click yes. After clicking yes, then to tell us that manifest is unlocked, as we have seen on the pop-up that is on the screen. So the pop-up on the screen actually tells us that no activity has been found on the manifest. We click OK. So basically, after clicking apply manifest to settings, the Sage EBS platform will bring this interface, and this interface is where we get to if we want to add or update the manifest. As we have here, we select vessel and voyage number, then it brings us an option here if we are deleting entire manifest and uploading later, and we have to answer yes or no. Now in this section, if you want to upload additional manifest, we have to click yes. Then when we click yes, we upload additional manifest. Additional manifest, as we have it, will be a combination of the old and the new information, the old and the new information as contained in the manifest. So immediately we click yes, it brings us to this interface. Now as you have it on this interface, we have type code and press enter. This is where the management manifest code that will be sent to an authorized personnel will actually be used. So inputting this code here will actually take us to a section where we'll be able to delete the entire manifest, but that will also be possible after we've entered the authorization code, which is also called the manifest management code, and this will be found in the validation email that will be sent to the authorized personnel. So this actually sums up the whole activities or the whole process that will be done in the add and update manifest. After the completion of this section, the next on our list is manifest and BL amendment. And I want to specifically bring it to our notice that there is a difference between adding and updating manifest and manifest/BL amendment. When we are adding or updating manifest, this means we are actually doing a whole manifest. When we are doing the manifest and BL amendment, it actually signifies that a single BL taken from the multiple or various BL that is being contained in a manifest is what we are dealing with. So that's just the major difference between add and update manifest and manifest BL amendment. Now to carry on with manifest BL amendment, we have to choose the particular vessel we are working with, and this is a drop down. We choose the actual vessel we are working with Silver Ray. Then it tells us the particular BL that we want to amend. Immediately we click on the name of the name of the vessel. It will bring a drop down of various bill of lading as contained in the manifest. So let's just pick one for the purpose of this video, and we allow it to load. After loading, it will then bring up an option: are we amending manifest or are we deleting the bill of lading, as we can see on our screen. For the sake of this tutorial, we are going to click on amend manifest. So we click on this. Then it brings us the details of that particular bill of lading, as we can see on our screen. Then we click on select cargo ID to amend. Immediately we click on this select cargo ID to amend, it brings us various details as contained in the manifest and as it relates to that BL of the vessel. So here, as we can see, is the various details of the BL that we actually chose in the drop down. These are the various details. Then we can then click I agree to commit. But before we click on the agree to commit, we are going to amend CBM. Then we are going to click on vehicle category / CBM. Then we are going to change if it's a car or van or truck that we want to change to. We are allowed to change here. So here we are going to click on plants. After clicking on plants, we tick the checkbox, and we can then say we then click on the button. Immediately we click on I agree to commit all changes to this manifest. Then we then click on complete manifest amendment. Then a pop-up comes up telling us that manifest has been amended successfully. Thank you very much.